Have you ever felt afraid to be seen for who you truly are? I know I have, and for a long time, I hid from my own light. So I can tell you from personal experience that the fear of being seen feels safer now, but it is a slow death of your potential. I mean, imagine missing out on everything that you desire for yourself, all because you didn't let yourself show up. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen to you, because in this video, I'm gonna share 10 powerful ways to help you overcome that fear of being seen. So in my last video, I opened up about the chaos that I'm experiencing in my own personal life that I've been navigating. And if you missed that video, be sure to check it out here in the eye. But I promised y'all I was gonna take y'all along for the journey with me. So today, I wanna share a deeper layer of why I have been hidden and holding myself back for so long. So y'all, for a long time, I've been kind of just hiding, sitting back in the shadows, and not because I haven't had anything to say, but because I've been afraid of how it's gonna be received, because I was scared of what would happen if I would let myself truly be seen. I mean, because my life isn't exactly conventional, and I've always been a private person, so putting myself out there, especially online, felt like just feeding myself to the wolves and really just kind of putting myself out there for misconceptions and ridicule, rejection, all the things. To me, it just seemed easier to keep my life private, keep my business tucked. You know, what happens in this house stays in this house, where no one can really just misunderstand me or criticize me. It just seemed easier, just keep it to yourself. You know, you understand you, everybody else may not understand you, so keep it to yourself, right? I'm here to tell you that that protection came at a cost, a very expensive cost. Okay, the more I hid myself, the more I doubted myself. I started to question my abilities, my decisions, y'all. Even I started to question my worth. Okay, and I would catch myself wondering, who am I, or who do I think I am to be able to do that, or who do I think that I am to be able to have that? What if they don't understand me? What if I'm too much? What if I'm not enough? Like, that self-doubt only fueled my imposter syndrome even more. It only was fuel to the fire, okay? And I realized that I was holding myself back because I was afraid of what might happen. Not afraid of factual things that I know without a shadow of a doubt would happen, but I was afraid of what could happen. So looking back now, I realized that hiding didn't really protect me. It really just only amplified my fears and my insecurities. Staying in the shadows and staying small, like, it was really making me feel disconnected from my true purpose. And the truth is, I know that I'm here to do more, and I know that I'm not alone in feeling this way. So many of us allow fear to prevent us from showing up as our true selves, and we just like convince ourselves that not showing up is easier. Like, we really just full out convince ourselves of that. But that does not lead to growth. That does not lead to fulfillment. That does not lead to happiness. And it will not get us to the life that we were meant to live. Yeah, that's why I'm choosing to step into the light now, y'all. I'm done letting fear and self-doubt control my story, y'all. And if you've ever felt the same, afraid of being seen, afraid of being judged, afraid of misunderstanding, I just want you to know that you are not alone, okay? And together, we can overcome this fear. So before I dive into the 10 steps of overcoming your fear of being seen, I want to share 10 reasons why I am deciding to now overcome my fear of being seen. These reasons have been my guide, and I hope that they can be some inspiration to you. So I wrote them down. I want to make sure that I got everything, the 10 steps, okay, you guys? So I got my handy dandy phone here. My first step, or first desire for wanting to step into my light, is the desire for authentic connection, okay? I really desire, and I realized that hiding kind of created this wall between me and the people that I wanted to connect with the most, the people that would embrace me, understand me, love me, enjoy me, right? And so even the relationship that you want to have with yourself, that's getting in the way if you're not showing up as your authentic self, right? So I really just just had to decide to start showing up as my authentic self so that I can connect with others authentically. Number 2, it's a high cost to hiding, okay? I acknowledge the cost of hiding, y'all, because the time it takes, the energy it takes to convince yourself that you need to stay hidden, that, you know, of all the things, you know, all the monsters that you have created, all the what you call them, the little puppet monsters that you do on the wall, and you make it so much bigger than it has to be. Yeah, it has cost me opportunities that I know of. It has cost me peace that I can never, you know, well, I can recover, but you know what I mean. So in the cost, like, it's just too high. That's too expensive. Kind of like rent and groceries these days. It's too expensive, okay? So that's another reason why I'm deciding just to step into my light, because it costs way less, okay? And I'm a frugal queen right now. Number 3 is breaking free from my fear. I was tired of living in fear and judgment, tired of like letting that control me, restrict me, like, you know, just box me in. I wanted to break free of that. And I knew that vulnerability was or is my way of reclaiming my power. Number 4, I want to lead by example. I want to show y'all, I want to walk it like I talk it, okay? So I want to show y'all how I am implementing this into my own life. And I want to inspire others that struggle with their own fears by showing you that vulnerability is a very great strength and not a weakness, okay? Vulnerability is a strength and not a weakness. I know I'm not the only one feeling this way, so if sharing my journey can help one person, I'm satisfied with that. Number 5, I'm choosing to embrace growth and transformation. I have realized and I have decided that I have outgrown this version of myself and who I thought I was, who I used to be. And opening up and facing my fear and sharing myself and being vulnerable is a part of my journey to healing, a part of my journey to overcoming this fear, and it's a part of my personal evolution. Number 6, I want to be living in nothing but alignment and my purpose. I recognize that stepping into my light aligns me with my higher purpose and allows me to make a bigger impact. Lately, I've been feeling this calling to show up, and I'm just answering the call, okay? Ring, ring, ring. I got tired of it ringing, so I was like, hello? Don't mind me, y'all. But all in all, I know that I can't live out my purpose and what I truly desire and want for myself by staying hidden. Like, they just won't mix. They're not gonna go together. It's not a peanut butter and jelly kind of situation here, okay? It's just not gonna mix. So that's what it is. Number 7 is healing and self-acceptance. So I know that being vulnerable is a part of my healing journey, and it's a way that I can show myself love, and I can show myself self-acceptance. Because when I was hiding myself, or when I felt like I was hiding myself, it's kind of like I was rejecting my own self or telling my own self that I wasn't good enough, and that's just crazy, right? Why do that to yourself?
Why do that to yourself?
But now I feel like me being seen, me showing up is a way to kind of say, like, I love myself and I love all of me, all parts of me right now in this moment, you know? Number 8, I am forcing myself to overcome imposter syndrome. I am extremely ready to stop doubting my self-worth. I'm extremely ready to stop doubting my story, my strengths, and my successes. I have struggled with feeling like I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing enough, or, just kind of not feeling good enough. But I refuse to let imposter syndrome hold me back now, okay? No more. So number 9 is creating the life that I want. I know that I can't keep holding myself back and hiding myself if I truly want the life that I feel like I desire for myself. It just can't happen. I'm holding my own self back from living the life that I truly desire. The life I dream of, the life I desire for myself, it requires me to be vulnerable. It requires me to be seen. It requires me to be brave and courageous. And that's what I'm deciding to step into right now. And the 10th but not the least reason is honoring sharing my gifts. I realize that the world needs my voice, that the world needs my perspective, that the world needs my talent, and God gave them to me for a reason. And so I'm doing him and myself a disservice by not sharing them, because that's what I'm meant to do. That's what we're all meant to do. We all have our own unique gifts and talents that we need to share and honor. And we honor those gifts by acting in those gifts, honing those gifts, refining those gifts. And our gifts aren't meant just for us. I know that my gift is not meant just for me. So that's why I'm deciding to step out of my comfort zone, share myself, and step into my light. I know that so many of y'all watching feel the same way, feel this sense of fear, and you're afraid to share your gifts, your talents, your authentic self to the world. But what if I told you that stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping into the light is the bravest, most freeing thing that you could ever do for yourself? Okay, friend, here are the 10 practical steps that you can take to overcome your fear of being seen. Number 1, understand the root of the fear. We got to get down to the root of it, okay? Let's start from the rooter, then we'll go to the tutor. But I need you to reflect on your triggers, y'all. Like, ask yourself, what makes you feel unsafe? What is triggering you to make you feel like you don't want to be seen, that you need to be hidden, that you need to keep yourself small, that you need to dim your light? What is that? Get down to the root of what that truly is for you. You may even want to journal about this, like, you know, kind of express yourself in journal. You can use a journal prompt. What am I afraid of might happen if I'm fully seen? And really write honestly about your emotions and your feelings, what comes up for you. Understanding the source can absolutely help you address it, and that's where you have to start. Number 2, you have to reframe your vulnerability as a strength, okay? You have to shift your perspective. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a courage. And when you share your authentic self, you give others permission to do the same. So you can kind of keep this mantra to yourself. Vulnerability is a superpower. Vulnerability is a superpower. Kind of just repeat that to yourself and continuously remind yourself that vulnerability is a superpower. It is not a weakness. Reframe that mindset now. Number 3, start small. Take baby steps. Gradually ease your way into it. You know, when you get into the pool and you like, I don't know if it's hot, if it's cold or hot or whatever, and you just like dipping it and get easing into it, ease yourself into this. Practice gradual exposure. Begin sharing parts of yourself with people that you trust, people that you love, and then gradually kind of expand yourself to wider audiences, whether that's social media, whether that's other communities, you know, in public, wherever. Start small and kind of just ease your way into it, okay? Number 4, challenge those negative beliefs. When those thoughts, those self-doubts, those critical thoughts come up in your mind, ask yourself, is this coming from a factual place? Ask yourself, is this even true? Ask yourself, is this fear helping me grow right now? Is it? Replace your negative thoughts with affirmations like, I am worthy of being seen and heard. You know how they used to say back in the day, you were seen and not heard? I mean, you were heard and not seen. You're worthy of being seen and heard, okay? Number 5, focus on service and not self. Think about the impact, y'all. I promise you, when you reframe your mind around how this can help someone else, I know that's counterintuitive to what you've been taught, but it is the game changer. Shift your focus from what will they think of me to how can my story help somebody else. When you view your vulnerability as an act of service, it's easier to be vulnerable, especially when you already have that natural ability to care for others. If you clicked on this, you probably already do. You probably have. Number 6 is create a safe space for yourself. I mean, I'm talking setting your boundaries, okay? Share only what feels aligned for you.
Only what feels aligned for you.
And what your current emotional capacity is, okay? Only. It is absolutely okay to keep personal things personal. It's absolutely okay to keep parts of your journey private. That's okay. Set the boundary, you know? And that was a fear that I had too about kind of showing up. It's like, because I'm a private person, you know, I felt like I had to, all my business has to be out there. It doesn't. It does not. Okay. And after you find yourself sharing something, like have an activity to kind of recharge yourself, to, you know, get back to yourself. After you share something, maybe meditate, journal, something that just kind of revitalizes you. Because once you are vulnerable and share yourself, if you're anything like me, it does take a little bit out of you. So just already having that kind of pattern in place to regroup, to restore you once you've done something big and courageous, like being vulnerable, that's the game changer for you too, okay? Number 7 is to surround yourself with supportive people. This means build your inner circle with people that want to see you win, that uplift you and remind you of your worth. Find your community, connect with others, because you can inspire and encourage each other, okay? Number 8 is visualize your growth. This is probably like my favorite part, maybe because I'm like a visionary. I like to dream and see things, okay? But envision your success. Imagine how freeing and fulfilling it would feel to fully just own who you are and show up as you are authentically, just standing in your light, owning your gifts. Visualization can initially help you overcome the discomfort that you may feel. So close your eyes and imagine yourself in your space, in that space, thriving how you are. That is going to be a game changer. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving you these tips. Implement them. Number 9 is to take inspired action despite the fear. Choose courage, y'all, over comfort. Fear does not have to disappear before you take action, okay? Confidence is built through doing, actually taking action and doing. Commit to one brave action a week that really kind of just stretches your comfort zone, such as speaking up in a meeting, posting a vulnerable story, or sharing your work publicly. Last but not least, celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your wins, okay? Whether big, small, whatever, or in between. Acknowledge them. Recognize and celebrate every step that you take. Progress over perfection is key, y'all. That's been the thing that I've been like, that's been the mantra in my mind lately. Done is better than perfect, okay? So progress is better than perfection. At the end of like a week, sit down and write down something that you did that was brave. Write about that moment, how it made you feel, and that'll help you really celebrate how far you've come, and it'll remind you how far you've come. The key takeaway here is that the fear of being seen, overcoming that is a process. It is not a destination. And every single time that you choose courage over fear, you reclaim your power and you inspire others to do the same. And remember, you do not have to be perfect to have progress. You just have to show up as you are. That's all you gotta do. It's the easiest thing in the world. Who else can do it like you? Nobody. That's why I'm here showing up on my personal channel, exposing and being vulnerable, real, raw, and authentic with you guys. Hopefully it inspires you to do the same, but shows you that not only can it be done, but like, oh my gosh, I'm not dying. It's okay, like literally, because y'all, yeah, we can make up those stories and think that the worst is gonna happen, but it's really the best thing. I'm not just sharing my journey for me, I'm sharing it for all of us, you guys. So I've invited you along. Definitely make sure that you are subscribed, you turn on your notification bell. If y'all are ready to step into the light, definitely just make sure you join me, okay? Because we are going to grow together. Okay, so yeah, let me know down in the comment section one fear that you've been holding on to that you're ready to face now. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate you watching, you guys. I hope that you implement these 10 life-changing, powerful steps to overcome your fear of being seen, because your destiny is waiting for you, okay? I love you. In the meantime, in between time, until next time.